emotional behaviors could be considered as a selective. எப்படி அந்த behavior or the selective behaviors of survival. For example, you take the fear. You take the fear. You take, for example, anger. Anger. You take, for example, anger. Anger. If the anger occurs, if the anger occurs, what the individual act, what is the physiological state of an individual? If anger occurs, the physiological state of an individual in which the blood rushes through, the blood flow would be higher in the arms, higher in the hands, higher in the hands. And the propensity is to strike and fight, with the rage, fight with the rage. So imagine in the tropical, the early humans, when a small mammal bitten him, where the person get angered, and immediately it takes certain tools to strike on the mammal, You take in same fear. You take the fear, where the fear leads to blood flow in the legs. The blood flow, enormous blood flow in the legs, out of phase to the blood flow, that make the face to become pale. புரியுதா? வெள்ளரிடிச்சு முகம் பத்தியா? வெள்ளரிடிச்சு என்னது? ஃபேஸ்ல இருந்து blood flow எதுக்கு? லெக்ஸுக்கு வந்துரும். So at the time that there would be a moment of freeze, in which the freeze enable, there will be a moment of freeze. For example, you take a rabbit. When a wolf, at the sight of a wolf, a rabbit would get frozen because of fear. In same, when suddenly challenged by a lion or a tiger, where there would be a moment of freeze, because it provides the option either to run or to hide. Purida? Either to run or to hide. Purida?
Yes, sir.
Or to hide. You take the emotion of surprise. What is that surprise? Surprise as an emotion. When the people get surprise, that leads to release of certain hormones. Certain hormones are being released. Certain hormones, and the eyes are broadened. கண்க விரிஞ்சிடும். கவனிச்சிருக்கியா? ஒரு ஆச்சரியம்ன்றது கண்ணு புருவெல்லாம் விரிஞ்சிடும். Because surprise, imagine the tropical forest, where a early human suddenly found a tree with full of plums and the fruits, out of surprise, his eyes are being broadened to have the more image, to fall on the retina, In the same, you take a happiness. What the happiness? Happiness represents an emotional state, of prohibiting all the sad aspects. An emotional state in which certain hormones, certain biochemical hormones are able to secrete dopamine as a biochemical hormone, able to secrete. That is a emotional state, happiness, in which all our functional systems getting adopted to maintain a balance, in same